Hi everyone, welcome here to my channel. My name is Taylor. If you are new here, I don't usually film on the couch, so I just wanted to have a little bit more of like a casual, cozy vibe. I got my tea right here. Earl Grey tea is my favorite. Today's video is gonna be fun and very productive. Let's jump into it. So I recently saw this ad, I guess, on Instagram for this thing called the Light Phone. Basically, the concept is that it's this phone that is just very minimal. It only has basically the ability to call, text, I think use map, and like listen to music. And I think there's a few other features you can add to it. And it got me to thinking that the purpose of this phone is that it's a mobile phone. So it's meant to be basically taken out with you wherever you go. If you're traveling, this is meant to be a tool for you to use. And there's also home devices like our laptops. Some of us have a tablet, or in my case, an iPad. And so I use those a lot while I'm at home. I take them out with me if I'm going to work, but I use them a lot at home. And my phone, I always take with me out. So it just got me to thinking, like, when I am going out and I'm bringing my phone, what do I actually need it for? And I need to call, I need to text, maybe listen to some music, podcast, snap a cute picture of Zion. And that's basically it. Like, I don't want to be out where there's so much to see and just be in my phone all day. So I went through and looked at my app library just to see all of the apps I had. And I just wrote down the ones that I don't need anymore on my phone. And I kind of separated it into 3 categories. The first is apps that I don't use really ever and I just don't need. And then the second category is apps that I can use and that would be useful, but I don't need them like on my home screen, and I don't need them to have notifications. So I'm gonna be going through and turning off some notifications. And then the third category is apps that are useful and great, but they're not needed on a mobile device. I can put them on my iPad or just use the web browser on my laptop. So let's jump right ahead, and first I'm gonna start with the apps that I don't need, so I'm just gonna go through and delete them. I wonder if I can delete some of these like random ones that came with your phone. Yay! I don't know when I'm gonna use the magnifier app. This is good. It feels freeing. Okay, that looks pretty good. I can go back afterward if I find some others that I don't use. Now that I deleted all of the apps that I don't use on my phone, I'm gonna go through and turn off some notifications for some specific apps. For example, mail. I have like 5 email addresses, and if I see a notification, I click on it right away. I get a lot of ad emails, as I'm sure many of you do as well, and I get a lot of work emails too. The problem with getting work emails on my phone is that by me seeing it on my phone and not in that moment being able to do anything with it, it just stays in my brain, and then I'm not fully present. Like if say I check my email when I'm making Zion breakfast or something, the whole entire breakfast, all I'm thinking about is, oh, after I'm done with this, I gotta go on my laptop and edit that thing, or I need to go respond to this email or whatever. And I just don't like that. Instead, what I'm gonna be doing is having like a dedicated time where I go on my laptop and check my emails. I think the only reason I'm gonna keep them on my phone without notifications is if I'm in a bind and I need to respond to an email while I'm out. I think I will keep that. But the whole thing is about the notifications. So I'm gonna go under my notifications and turn off notifications for the mail app. I don't need any notifications. And I'm gonna turn off notifications for my Gmail. Wow, that's so freeing. Now after that, I'm just gonna go through and check my notifications just to make sure I have notifications for apps that I want, and the apps that I don't want, I turn them off. As you can see, most of my notifications are turned off. I've always had my Instagram notifications off, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I just don't find them necessary. Okay, now that I went through my notifications, I'm going to step into the third category of apps, which are apps that are useful to have, just not on my phone. The first big one for me is Poshmark. And my reasoning right now for keeping it on my phone, Poshmark, is because I sell things on there, and so my reasoning is, oh, if somebody messages me or they make an offer or they buy one of my items, I need to be able to see it quickly. But really, they send you an email every time somebody makes an offer, buys your items, or comments. And so I don't need the extra notification on my phone. Additionally, I sometimes can get in the habit of just looking for clothes. I buy things on Poshmark 5% of the time, and so when I'm looking, I'm just wasting time, and I don't need that in my life, especially since most of the stuff I end up finding at thrift stores for way cheaper. And I like Poshmark, don't get me wrong, but I don't need it on my phone. If I want to buy something and I know specifically what I'm looking for, I can go on my laptop. Again, I don't need to just have Poshmark on my phone so I can scroll through clothes. Not healthy for me, just being honest with you guys. I know I have an issue, so I'm going to delete Poshmark. That felt good. That felt really good. The next app I'm gonna delete is Facebook and Messenger. I can go on my laptop and check my Facebook messages, and plus I don't even go on Facebook that often. So I'm gonna delete Messenger and Facebook. Cool. Feel good about that one. So the next one is YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio is if you have a YouTube account, and it has basically all your stats. You can respond to comments and all that stuff. And I do need to check that more often, but the thing with having it on my phone in responding to comments is that when I'm on my phone and I'm responding to a comment, I'm much more likely to give a short response and not really thought through, because to me it's just like, oh, a quick text. But if I respond to a YouTube comment when I'm on my laptop, I'm much more prone to be like, I'm gonna think through this a little bit more, because the typing thing just feels a little bit more intentional. So for that reason, I'm gonna delete YouTube Studio. I am going to keep Instagram on my phone, and the reason is because I don't have the notifications turned on, so I'm not checking it constantly. I go on every day, but I'm not really obsessed with it, and I've come a long way. I set a timer on the app. You can do that to where I think it's 15 or 30 minutes, I'm not sure. But when my timer goes off for the day, it'll like lock me out. And that's honestly really helpful because it limits my time spent on there. And for me, I really like uploading stories, and it's kind of like a creative aspect for me, so I'm gonna keep it for that reason. Now, I'm really excited. I'm gonna go through, I'm sure you guys have seen like the whole thing going around where you make your iPhone look all aesthetic and stuff. The 3 apps that I'm gonna be using are Color Widgets, Widgetsmith, and then Pinterest. Oh, and the Shortcuts app on iPhone. Here we go. So this is what my phone looks like now when I open it up. So I have this cool little widget thing up here, and then all the apps that I use often. And I feel like I need to like retrain my brain because I'm so used to how the apps look, which is good because now like there's not all these notifications, you know? Now it's like pretty simple. And then the next page, I have this Bible verse that I really like, and then some other apps that I use as well. And then this shortcut right here is with the L and a heart. That one is to call my husband because that's one of the main things I do on my phone. So that'll be nice to have that shortcut. Yeah, I may change it later. I like how it looks right now, but you can always like change it and make it different colors and everything. I had a hard time finding all of the apps to be like the same exact color. I know you can also use like Canva and different things, but I just went on Pinterest. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks. Again, I'd probably need to retrain my brain to get used to it, but I feel like it's so much less stimulating. There's not very many colors. So that's really nice. And overall, I think it'll be really good for me just to have less clutter on my phone. And I think also this will allow me to be a little more present during my days. I've come a long way with my screen time and everything, but sometimes I do, especially with the notifications and emails, I do get distracted. So I think that this will help me to be more present and just focus on things that bring me joy. So to conclude this video, I just wanted to share a few things that have brought me joy recently. Firstly, Zion brings me so much joy, and it's crazy that he is almost 1 year old. I can't believe I gave birth a whole year ago. That is just insane to me. And it's taken me a whole year to like feel myself again. I just started fitting into my pre-pregnancy clothes and it just feels good. I just feel myself, if that makes sense. And I got some new clothes, so feeling pretty cute in this Ozma top. They sent it to me along with this beautiful bandana, and I have been living in this top this whole week. I just love it so much. I love the feminine buttons right here. I love the neckline. I love the half sleeve, part of their raw silk line, and the material is so soft, and I just think it's so beautiful and feminine and flattering. Also, they have these bandanas, which are just so stinking cute. You can use them in so many different ways. I tie them in my hair like this, and in another way too. You could put it around your neck. You can even make it into a belt. You can tie it like on your bag. Super cute, and I just love the different colors that they have. And if you're interested, you can use code Taylor15 at ozmaofcalifornia.com to get 15% off your first purchase. One of my favorite brands. They have good quality pieces, and they're an investment into your wardrobe, and I just think that their brand is amazing. Secondly, yesterday my grandmother gave me this gold diamond ring. Oh my gosh, and it fits my finger perfectly. Now I have my gold wedding ring that was from my husband's grandmother, and then my ring on the other hand from my grandmother. So super sweet, vintage heirloom pieces that I will have forever. Also, I thrifted these pants, guys. I have to show you. I hemmed them myself just by cutting them and then kind of making it look scraggly. They are from the brand The London Jean, which is just so cool. So yeah, I feel good. I feel myself, and I don't want to be so stuck in my phone every day. I want to live the life that God has given me. Well, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope that it was inspirational for you and maybe something that you want to try and do your own version of, to kind of just minimize our phones, minimize our life, and just focus on what's really important in life and not just be so easily distracted. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. It was so fun hanging out. Bye.